whether a given grammar is ambiguous or unambiguous, then there are three possibilities. Either we need to find its leftmost derivation, or we need to find its rightmost derivation, or we need to find its derivation tree. If multiple possibilities exist either in leftmost derivation, grammar is ambiguous. If multiple possibilities means more than one derivations are possible in rightmost derivation, grammar is ambiguous. If more than one derivation tree is possible, then also given grammar is ambiguous. So let's revise once again how to find leftmost derivation, how to find rightmost derivation, and how to find derivation tree with a very simple example. So I am copying here one grammar, very simple grammar. Grammar is S leading to A plus A and A leading to 0 or 1. Just for the clarity, what we do, we always copy or we always rewrite this grammar once again, just to number the given production rules. So what I am doing, I am simply, I will, I will simply rewrite this grammar once again. So first production rule is S leading to A plus A. I will give it rule number 1. The next production rule is A leading to 0. I will copy it here and I will assign it production number 2. Next production rule is capital A leading to 1. This is our next production rule. So I will copy this production rule here. I will remove this part. So A leads to 1. This is my third production rule. And now the string which I want to derive is 0, 1. I want to derive this particular string 0, 1. So our first approach, leftmost derivation. So let's apply leftmost derivation approach here. So let's apply here leftmost derivation approach. What we do in leftmost derivation approach? In leftmost derivation approach, we start derivation from the first rule, that is the rule which is starting from the starting symbol S, or this is our production rule which is starting from S. So we will apply this first production rule. S leads to A plus A here. That is, we are using production rule number 1 here. We have rewritten this grammar here by assigning number to each of the production rule. And now we are actually starting deriving this string 0, 1 by using this grammar. So we are applying here production rule number 1. S leads to A plus A. Now since we are using leftmost derivation approach, which is the leftmost symbol, leftmost non-terminal symbol which we can replace, this is it. So let's replace it with its corresponding production rule. So I want to replace this capital A. So now which production rule I can use? Either I can use production rule number 2, A leads to 0, or I can use production rule number 3, A leads to 1. But the leftmost symbol which I want to generate in my string is 0. So I can use only production rule number 2 here. So I will apply here production rule number 2, and this particular A I will be replacing with 0, because here I require symbol 0. Again, the next symbol which I need is 1. So once again, I will be applying production rule on the leftmost non-terminal of this derivation. Leftmost non-terminal is this one. So I will be applying production rule on this. So now there is only one possibility, that is applying production rule number 3. So I will be applying here production rule number 3, and I will replace this A with 1. So I am getting the string 0 plus 1 by using leftmost derivation. Is there any other possibility to get the same string 0, 1 by using leftmost derivation? No. there is no scope to get any other derivation tree. And since there is no scope to get any other derivation tree, my grammar may be unambiguous. Okay, there is a difference. If we are getting two leftmost derivation, then definitely grammar is ambiguous. But if we are not getting two leftmost derivation, then we may need to check for the rightmost derivation or derivation tree. But since now we are not getting any other leftmost derivation, we may say that grammar is unambiguous. But let's check it by using rightmost derivation as well. So let's find rightmost derivation. So I'm writing here rightmost derivation. Once again, I will copy the same table here and I will simply delete all these entries. Okay, and let's try to get the rightmost derivation. Once again, we will need to apply same grammar, S leads to A plus A, or same production rule, S leads to A plus A. So I will apply it here. That is production rule number 1. Now we are applying rightmost derivation. That's why this is the rightmost non-terminal on which I will need to apply production rule. So now which production rule I will use first, production rule number 2 or production rule number 3? Since now on the rightmost side I require this terminal symbol 1, I will need to apply first production rule number, sorry, here this is our production rule number 3. I will need to apply first this production rule number 3. So let's apply it. And here in place of A, I will be writing 1 by using production rule number 3. Once again, on the leftmost side, I want here symbol 0. So I can use production rule number 2. Here I can replace this A with 0 by applying production rule number 2. And once again, I'm getting the same string 0, 1 by using the rightmost derivation. Once again, there is no scope of getting any other any more rightmost derivation. Now let's find whether there exists two derivation trees or not. So I will copy these some symbols on a clipboard so that it will be easier for us. So let's check whether on the clipboard. Okay, so no, one more symbol we will be requiring here. Yeah, it is copied now. So now let's find derivation tree here. Let's see how our derivation tree will appear. Now, actually in derivation tree, if we won't apply any rightmost approach or any leftmost approach, then also it won't make much difference. We can apply production rule in any sequence if we are going to identify derivation tree. But just for a clarity, we will always apply either a rightmost approach or a leftmost approach. So let's start with, I think this grammar will not be visible to you. So I will copy this grammar here so that it will be visible to you. Any doubt here till now? This is simple revision, so I don't think there should be any doubt. So once again, we want to find string 0, 1. So we will be starting from the first production rule, S leads to A plus A. So let's apply the first production rule here. So This is a first production rule which we will be applying on the root node edge. Is this window visible to everybody? Please reply.
Yes, ma'am.
So our first production rule, A plus A. Then we can apply any of the production rule. Either we can apply production rule number 2 or we can apply production rule number 3. It means either we can apply production rule on this leftmost terminal, non-terminal, or we can apply production rule on this rightmost non-terminal. So let's apply first on the leftmost non-terminal. So we will be getting here 0. That is production rule number 2, A leads to 0. Let's apply the third production rule. So here it is A leads to 1. That is here it is our third production rule. So once again we are getting the string 0 plus 1 by using this derivation tree. Now rather than replacing first this left non-terminal symbol, if we may have replaced this rightmost non-terminal symbol with 1 and then this A with 0, then also we may get the same derivation tree. That's why our grammar is unambiguous. Any doubt here? For unambiguity, I think there should not be any doubt, since we are not able to identify any more leftmost or rightmost or any more derivation trees. Any doubt? Please reply. Yes?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. So now let's discuss another question, which is frequently asked in the university exam. And though it is frequently asked and though we are solving it very frequently, still a lot of mistakes student makes while solving this numerical. It's very easy, but still there are so many mistakes because the basic concept behind identifying the grammar ambiguity is not clear. If grammar is unambiguous, then there is no problem. But if grammar is ambiguous, then we need to take certain precaution. Now, just a minute. Hello? Huh? Yes? Huh? Okay. Okay. So, where we were? Sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah. So this is my mic is on. Yeah. So this is a grammar, and we want to identify whether this grammar is ambiguous or unambiguous. Now, to identify this grammar is ambiguous or unambiguous, in case if the grammar is unambiguous, then identifying only two leftmost derivation or identifying only two rightmost derivation or identifying only two derivation tree are sufficient. Generally what happens when students solve such type of question, they find one leftmost derivation, they find one rightmost derivation, and they draw one derivation tree and they say that grammar is ambiguous. Although the grammar is ambiguous, but this is not a way to solve this problem. We are not supposed to find one leftmost derivation, one rightmost derivation, and one derivation tree. We are supposed to find more than one leftmost derivation. If we are able to find that, then our grammar is ambiguous. Or if we are able to find more than one rightmost derivation, then our grammar is ambiguous. We don't need to find leftmost derivation. If we are able to find more than one derivation tree, then our grammar is ambiguous. We don't need to find leftmost derivation or rightmost derivation as well, if we are able to find more than one derivation tree. And in such cases or in such type of problems, it's always better to draw more than one derivation tree rather than going to identify more than one leftmost derivation or more than one rightmost derivation. Let's see how to solve this problem. So First, we will be solving it by using leftmost derivation. So once again, what we will do, we will rewrite this grammar by assigning some numbers to each of the production rule. So what here I am doing, we are rewriting the grammar by assigning number to production rule. The same grammar we are writing here. S leads to ICTS, we are assigning production rule number 2, ICT-SES, production rule number 2, S leads to A, production rule number 3, and C leads to B, that is production rule number 4. It is the same grammar, only this production rules are assigned one number, so that when we are deriving this particular string, it will be easy for us. So I will copy this table once again. Okay, so let's see here. I will once again empty this table because we need to find different derivation. Now, very first, we are applying leftmost derivation approach. So first thing, S leads to ICTS or S leads to ICT-SES. Out of these two production rule, we can apply any production rule. Let's apply the first production rule here. S leads to ICTS. That is production rule number 1. Then I have received this symbol I, and I can get this symbol B by using this production symbol or by this non-terminal C. So the next production rule I will need to apply on this capital C. Why I am not using production rule on this S? On this S, why we are not using production rule? Can somebody answer? Yes, please. Saurabh Bhandari, are you there? Saurabh, yes, you are there. So can you please answer why we are not applying this production rule on this symbol S? Why we are applying production rule on this capital C? Yes, Saurabh? No, we are not applying production rule on this capital S, and we are applying production rule on this capital C because we are applying the leftmost derivation approach. We are trying to derive this string S W I B T I B T A E by using leftmost derivation. We are identifying by using leftmost derivation. That's why we will not replace this S, we will replace this C first. So let's replace this. Let's replace this C with B by using which production rule? Production rule number 4. Then next is another leftmost non-terminal is now this capital S. So we will be applying here production rule number 2. Once again, we can apply production rule number 1 here, but by using this production rule number 1, we will not be getting this required string. That's why we will not be using production rule number 1, but we will be using production rule number 2. So let's apply this production rule number 2. And this S will be replaced with ICT-SES. This S has been replaced with ICT-SES. Once again, the same thing, we have to replace leftmost non-terminal. Leftmost non-terminal is this C. which can be replaced with small b by using production rule number 4. So we will write here 4. We will write here b, that is production rule number 4. Once again, leftmost non-terminal, which is leftmost non-terminal, that is this S. And now we cannot use production rule number 1 or we cannot use production rule number 2 because required length of the string has been acquired here. Now just we need to insert symbol A and this A in place of this S and this S. So here, since we are following leftmost strategy, we will be replacing it with small a by using production rule number 3. Once again, we will be applying production rule number 3 on this leftmost non-terminal, which is right now rightmost non-terminal as well. And that is once again production rule number 3. So we have received required string IBTI BT AE by using leftmost derivation approach. Now, since we want to check whether a given grammar is ambiguous or unambiguous, what we will do? We will once again try to derive same string, and by using leftmost approach only, we will try to identify whether we are able to get any other derivation or not. So I am once again copying this grammar here just for the visibility. Once again, we will be applying the same strategy, that is the leftmost approach, and we will check. Now, in earlier example here, we have applied production rule number 1. Now here we will be applying production rule number 2 here. So first, we will apply this production rule number 2. We can apply any of the production rule 1 or 2 because both are starting from S. Even we can apply production rule number 3, S leads to A. But by starting with the production rule S leads to A, we will not get this string. So we will be starting with the production rule number 2. Once again, we are applying the leftmost derivation approach. So this C we will need to replace with its corresponding production rule. So this C we will replace with B by applying production rule number 4. Once again, we are using leftmost approach. So this C we will replace. Sorry, this S we will replace by its production rule. So which production rule we can use? Now, since here we have used earlier production rule number 2, now we will use here production rule number 1. And what is production rule number 1? That is IC, S leads to ICTS. So we will apply it here. Now, once again, the leftmost non-terminal is this C. So we will apply production rule on this C. And which production rule we will apply? We will apply production rule number 4. So this C will be replaced with B by using production rule number 4. Once again, applying leftmost derivation approach, and this S will be replaced with A by using production rule number 3, and once again this will be replaced, this S will be replaced with A by using production rule number 3. So now here we are getting two leftmost derivation for the same string IBTI BTA. So I will copy here upper leftmost derivation so that it will be more clear to you. See here, this is our second leftmost derivation and this is our first leftmost derivation. So this should be bold here, this should be bold. Again, this should be bold, S should be bold, and this S should be bold. It shows that exactly which non-terminal we are replacing. So both are leftmost derivation, but both are different. Although both are leftmost derivation, both derivations are different. There exists more than one leftmost derivation. So I will write here. More than one leftmost derivation. Hence, grammar is ambiguous. If I am able to get more than one leftmost derivation, then I don't need to check any rightmost derivation. आगे मुझे कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है. I don't need to find rightmost derivation, or I don't need to find any derivation tree. So the finding rightmost derivation, finding two rightmost derivation, or proving that this grammar is ambiguous by identifying two rightmost derivation, that I will give it as assignment to you, that you try at home, because otherwise we won't be able to find two derivation trees. So and let's find two derivation tree for the same grammar. For the same string, let's try to find two different derivation tree. Although it is not required, but just to clear the understanding of how to find two derivation tree, we are studying it. In exam, you can apply any of the approach, either find two leftmost derivation, two rightmost derivation, or two different derivation tree. So I will clear this clipboard because I will need some symbols here. I will share this file with you later on. So yeah, required symbols, okay, required branches are copied here. So once again, we will be starting with the production rule, starting from symbol S. Once again, we can apply any of the production rule 1 or production rule number 2. Let's apply production rule number 1 here. Let's apply production rule number 1 here. So here I am applying production rule number 1. So S leads to IC, TS. Here this is non-terminal S, or a starting symbol S. Now on C, I want to derive B. So let's apply it. So I am applying here C leads to B. Then next is I can apply production rule number 2 on this S. Once again, I am following the leftmost approach, but it is not necessary that while identifying derivation tree, you need to find leftmost, you need to apply leftmost, rightmost approach like that. You can replace any of the non-terminal when you are trying to identify derivation tree. So let's apply production rule number 2 here. And this is our production rule number 2, which is applied on this symbol S, or a non-terminal S, that is ICT, SE, S. Once again, this C leads to B. I am applying production rule number 4. Once again, S leads to A, that is production rule number 3 I am applying here. And once again, S leads to A, that I am applying here. That is production rule number 3. So this is one of the derivation tree which I am getting. Now let's try to identify whether there exists any other derivation tree or not. For that, once again, I am copying this grammar. I am copying this grammar in the next page just for the clarity. So once again, we will be starting with the starting symbol S. And now in this, for this particular tree, we have, sir. Okay, so for this particular tree, we have applied first production rule number 1. So here, for this tree, we will apply production rule number 2. So here, I am applying production rule number 2. And then once again, the same thing, we will be applying the production rule C leads to B, that is production rule number 4. And this is here, then S leads to A. Sorry, not S leads to A, because here we want to generate some more T's. It is our original string consisting of 1, 2, 2 T's, and here till now only 1 T is generated. We need to generate one more T. So here I will be using production rule number 1. So now this is 1 T, this is another T, both T's are generated. Now I can use here once again production rule number 4 for this, production rule number 3 for replacing this S with A, production rule number once again 3 for replacing this S with A. And now once again my tree is generated, once again my string is generated. Let's check whether this is page number 6. Okay, so let's check whether we are getting two different trees or same tree. So this is my first tree, this is my second tree, and we can easily distinguish that these two trees are different. Our derivation trees are different, and since our derivation trees are different, our given grammar is ambiguous. That's why I always suggest that don't go for the two leftmost derivation or two rightmost derivation. Go for identifying two different derivation tree, because it becomes visually very clear to identify two different leftmost derivation tree as compared to identifying two leftmost derivation or rightmost derivation. Any doubt here? Yes, any doubt here? Please reply.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Thank you.